It's Friday the 27th of March, we're in Drifter HQ, we've launched the website today, and tomorrow we set off for the rest of the journey. The journey where we don't know where we're going or what's going to happen, but the mission for now is get to Darwin. So tomorrow we're just heading up to Melbourne City, we're staying at friends, we're saying goodbye to some people. The next day we're heading a little bit further over to Lorne, around Lorne, Torquay, we're staying there for a night. And the day after that we hit the Great Ocean Road on the way to Adelaide, and then we keep travelling from there to do the west coast of Australia.
We didn't have a website last time, and during the trip we found it hard to keep up with the footage and stuff, and that's why we had to end up doing it all when we got back this time around. But now we've set the most impossible task for ourselves, because we have to busk. We're leaving with less money to go around the world than what we did to stay in the same country. We do have really fresh gear, but we need to busk, we need to earn more money because we need to start doing things like flying now. We need to make sure the website's always updated, and if anything happens to it or it glitches or whatever else, you know, people let us know so we can fix it and keep cool content coming up all the time. And then we have to make these cool Drifter Diaries, and we don't want to sacrifice any one of these things because we feel like they're all just as important as each other in the show now, especially busking, because that's how we die if we don't do it. We're giving away the Vesica, which is cool, which we'll be announcing very soon actually, because I don't know when you'll see this. We're so busy we don't even have enough time to have a farewell. We're just literally bailing. Like, I've spoken to 3 people today that I would say that I'm very close with, but obviously not close enough, because they're like, what, you're leaving Sunday? I'm going Sunday. They're like, this Sunday? Yeah, and they're like, you're so casual about it. I was like, oh, yeah, we're going. They're like, are you having a party? No. Let's just go.
We started this not as a real busking duo, and when we started neither of us even knew how to sing at all. We started this just, you know, on a whim really, becoming buskers and becoming a duo. So that's why a lot of the East Coast footage, we film other people's performances and you see us busking, but like there's not much of it in there, or our music, because we don't have much music and we're pretty crap. When we started we were like mediocre buskers, we're like average buskers, you know.
The thing is a busking because you won't get a gig.
Yeah. We're trying to show you can kind of do this if you start as not even a great musician at all. We were finding the free vocal lessons online to try and learn to sing and practicing, and we weren't good. As we travel, we're becoming musicians at the same time and writing songs, so.
It's kind of like, because I have a background in music and you have a background in film, but we didn't have a background on traveling full time trying to do these things. So you can see how the show dramatically changes just from the first 2 Drifter Diaries to the 3rd one. And then the music, I've been a drummer. I never started playing cajon till this trip. And singing, it's just...
Yeah,
I think, you know, when you see us do it, you go, oh, it's all right for you guys. You guys have got a website and you can make videos and play music. It's like, yeah, but we couldn't.
Advice is, if you want to travel and be a busker musician filming, don't fucking do what we've started, which is start to try and run a website and document it for everyone about what you're doing. It's like the worst idea to become better at this stuff. So at least, you know, what we're like doing all this editing on the side and like getting videos out and running a website. If you can forget all that and just focus on making awesome busking music, selling CDs, getting money, using some of the resources we put out, you'll have a good time.
It'll be so much easier than the way that we've chosen to do it.
Yeah, always fun. Like everyone can watch. Like we do get extra support, I'd say, from doing what we're doing, but like in putting out videos and editing, but it takes so much time. Like you know, but eventually we'll get people out there helping us. But it'll slowly come. We'll get people on board.
Way!
Hey.
You need to stay fit on the road, drifters, because you drink your asses off. I've seen yous.
Alright, we got a...
Is that 2 chairs?
It's got a cup holder.
Or is this staying chair?
Figure out what.
Oh yeah, this is a little kitchen pack with socks. The sock.
Oh, dude!
It fucking stinks. I bet a dead mouse falls out.
Tough. Season 2, ability unlocked. Camping. Rule number 1 at the moment is never pay for accommodation. That's our rule. Yeah, it's not to be cheapskates, but it's to try and use music. We'll try to use music first, but if we have to, we'll use film and photography and some of our other skills. But this show is about busking, it's about music, so we're going to try to survive off that.
But yeah, we're leaving today. We just got up. It's a bit fresh. about to have a coffee. And I think we should pack the car, I guess.
Yeah. You wanna use one of those?
Josh does hard work and I'll just film it.
You don't know where the hole is?
There it is.
Hey Blue.
Hey, Blue.
Nah, you need we'll need a 6 point.
The first attempt of doing a service, a simple service, the mechanics out there are probably laughing at us, has failed simply for the fact that the sump plug is in too tight and all the bolts, I mean all the ratchets and spanners and everything else, they're all 12 point, and this asks for a 6 point, which you could normally get off with the 12 if it wasn't too tight. So we can't get it off, so we have to get the tool tomorrow. We have to go buy a tool for it, or Moses is going to see if he has, Van Diesel is going to go see if he has one. The only big problem is we have a sunken engine mounts, which is common in Commodore. So if you're travelling around Australia and you buy a Commodore, be aware some of them have sunken engine mounts, and what that does is it causes the engine to rest on the cross member, and as you turn the wheels of the car, the engine turns on the cross member and it will actually rub a hole into your sump. That's what holds your oil, and if it does that, you can drop your oil on the road and you run a car with that oil and it's written off. Essentially it's written off. It's a big job to get it fixed. We're going to call it a day. George is going to go to his party, see Lyndon. Fucking good luck. Good luck living in the UK, man. That'll be fun, and backpacking around. We'll get to hear some of your stories, no doubt. And we're going to fix this tomorrow, hopefully, and if we can't, we'll just do it on the side of the road somewhere when we can find a tool. Kribbles here, he's a dickhead.
There he is.
I'm a mechanic.
We haven't even left Melbourne yet, but this morning going just to come back here, the car wouldn't start. The battery, I think it's the battery gone flat. So lucky we have a big spare battery in the back of the car to play gigs with. So I used that to jump start the car. And then driving on the way back here, went to turn the windscreen wipers on and they weren't working. So it blew another fuse. Same thing that happened up the East Coast. So we just changed it as the last spare fuse, I think. So that's back in there. So yeah, I think we're about to try and do a service again to the car. The battery is going flat sometimes and the windscreen wipers are blowing fuses. But this is the car we're still going to try and get over the Nullarbor with. We'll try to get it to Perth.
What you doing, puppy? What you doing?
Yeah.
In the event of anything happening overseas to George or myself, we have signed everything that we own to Kribble.
Right here.
Hey! You won't accept our
She'll give Ben the drum kit.
You have to go with the buskers though.
Luke, do you have any travel tips for us for the East Coast?
What are your travel tips, Blue?
Drifter rig. You want me to do it, man?
Before you fuck it.
It still looks alright, but Moses, like it's still pretty clear. Don't have it leak on Nurson's driveway because you'll fucking have me. We're just pulling the oil filter off.
Are you making too hot to go?
There we go.
Is it hot?
No.
It wasn't that bad. That was before you went, isn't it?
No, we tested it when we got back. This is only a month or two ago. That's why I didn't think.
You put tap water.
Yes, we've established this, Moses.
Ooh, that's it. No. I've never had a...
Because it was working as soon as I did it. It worked all this time and it just stopped just now.
Oh man.
So it's taken a while.
I don't even have words for you, man.
Busker tip, drifter tip, anyone that's travelling tip. If you're gonna refill your battery, don't do it all the way and use distilled water, not tap water. Because we just found out the hard way.
Just say, don't be a dumbass like me and put tap water.